Mhm. You change. Smile is so blasé. You're bored with me in every way. I can't understand. You change. You forgotten the words I love you. Can't realize you ever cared. Hey, people. Good morning, YouTube. I'm going to come on here and talk about change. Change. Oh, change has come over. He changed his ass, and now his face. He took away all his glasses, and he looked like a full-grown fish. He changed. Maybe he was always this ugly. I don't know. Y'all know I'm here to talk about my favorite subject. This is the thing that wakes me up in the morning, honey. I want to talk about Jay Wilson. Y'all who watch Jay Wilson, y'all need to go over there and tell that boy, say, listen, I don't know who you're trying to impress in Florida or wherever the fuck you are. I don't know if you are delusional or you're trying to show off that you have put or you're putting fillers in your face. I don't know what your situation is, but you need to put the glasses back on, Jay Wilson. Right? I see you've been popping up on here. You can't see. So you start your video off trying to read something. You got to have these glasses on, right? But you have been wanting to take your glasses off so somebody can see your face, which tells me that I was not wrong when I said a few days ago that I think he's putting fillers in his face. So I'm going to ask you guys to pay attention to the cheek. We'll turn the sound down all the way down. We don't need to hear his voice this morning. And I can widen it out. Let me see. Wait a minute. Who that? Who that is? Okay. Y'all can't see them cheek. I want you to look directly at his cheekbones. Okay. Now hold on. Because a lot of times y'all don't believe me. And I got to show. I got to show that I'm not crazy. And I'm not imagining things. Come on. Okay. So there we go. Make it real big. There you go. I want you to. Oh, God damn it. Stop stopping. Shit. Maybe it stops because I'm in widescreen. Okay. I think that's wide enough. I want you to look, pay attention to Jay Wilson's cheek. Look under the eyes. Do you see his cheeks? How his cheek structure has changed? You see that? I believe that's called a filler. You see, look under the eye. We know the eyes look like fish. We'll get to that. But under both cheeks, you'll see there's a band of fat in the face that wasn't there before, right? This is why he keeps taking these glasses off, thinking that he's somehow cute or handsome. But you can see the deep ridges in the face. See that? Look right here. Look in the cheek. You see that? Under both eyes. Oh, don't show that wrinkly forehead, boy. So the issue is, Jay Wilson, are you putting fillers in your face? Hey, people. Hi, Princess A. Fraser Laurie. Mocha Drop. Merry Christmas, people. Happy holidays. Deandra Jamerson. Erica J. Sandra Mitchell. How y'all doing? I see Tyson and Alfreda Groves. Shall we made it through? Somehow we made it through another Christmas, honey. Sometimes you want to just put things behind you and say, get back to my normal life of reading these hoes. Male hoes. Thank you. But what I thought was so interesting, and I noticed this a couple of weeks ago. He had got these bands of fat on. So I think he's actually adding fillers to his face now. He is going on crash diets. He has apparently had surgery on his body to lose the tonnage. He is being caught repeatedly on these sex sites. I think what we can say now is that Jay Wilson is officially in an extreme midlife crisis. Anytime a man, remember, you're not no movie star or nothing, you're a regular man, right? You got to get fillers in your face. You got to take fat. You got to starve yourself, right? And you got to take them damn glasses off. Jay Wilson, take this from the heart. It's time to put your glasses back on. You are not an attractive person. Now, a person can buy attractive glasses to soften their hard features. But I suspect that the reason why you have taken these glasses off now is because you put that filler in your cheeks and you feel like now that you are handsome or you are attractive. It is not the truth, Jay Wilson. Right? We know sometimes people they when they get addicted to plastic surgery, they'll look in the mirror and they see something attractive. The rest of us see monsters. I see dead people. Right? I'll give you the example. A couple months ago, he went and bought these glasses. I suspect that they're buy one, get three free kind of glasses. But these are the glasses he has on. Like these kind of glasses, right? Well, I bought these glasses and I've never worn them. Why? Because they're not attractive. They're not flattering to my face. They're ugly to me. On me, on some people. He has that pair of glasses on, but then he's continually taking them off when he's recording, right? So I think Jay Wilson is under the delusion that he actually looks good without glasses. It is not the truth, Jay Wilson. Your eyes, not only are they fish eyes, but they've got deep wrinkles in your eyes. You see, when you take the glasses off, you think you're looking cute. You're not. Okay, you can see. You see the eyes, the close up of the face. Look at the cheeks. That was the one thing where we think is fillers. How I get down, and also those eyes. Those eyes are monstrous. Hold on. There you go. You see that? Look at the face. Now this is a middle-aged man who is trying to having a midlife crisis. You'll see that his eyebrows are not the same color as they were a couple of weeks ago. You'll see the mustache has been darkened with that beiging, and so as this beard thing. But why would he take those glasses off? Because see how far apart the eyes are? See how far apart the eyes are? And do you see the sockets of the eyes? This gives away your age, Jay Wilson. So when you're on the sex sites trying to tell people you're 29 and 32, no, it's not working, girl. And those fillers in your cheeks and make you look worse. Because even when you came back from the fat farm or wherever the fuck you went and had your shit sliced out, you didn't have cheeks like that, girl. Those are bands of fat. Bands of fat. They said Jay Wilson ain't ugly. Jay Wilson ain't. Keep telling them that, girl. This nigga is starving himself. He's got shit all in his eyes. He bought a wig. He called it Arnaz, trying to make a joke out of it. But no, you were serious when you bought that wig, trying to cover up your head, girl. You are obsessed with your appearance. You're obsessed with youth, and it has gone. There's nothing sadder to me than when an old woman, an old bitch, we're talking about males here, to sit up here putting all this black stuff in their mustache and all this shit. Then they starving themselves. Then they down to their gym. Even when you lose weight, it's not attractive, Jay Wilson. It's never going to be what it was, honey. So I'm just giving you the advice. Please, for my sake, put your glasses back on, right? Because the glasses somewhat distracted from how old you are. You look like an old person, honey. Those wrinkles under your eyes, they are deep, thick, rich wrinkles. And so when you put the Botox in your cheeks, girl, when you put that Botox, it only emphasizes. It only emphasizes that this is how you look, girl. Good morning. I ain't no big whoop. Ain't no big whoop. That's how you look, Jay Wilson. Okay? You see how handsome I am? I'm gonna put my glasses on, girl. Accept yourself, Jay Wilson. Respect yourself. La da da da. Respect yourself. Li dee 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 dee. If you don't respect yourself, ain't nobody gonna give you God. Nah, 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 nah. Going on them sex sites, honey. Wait a minute. Hey, happy holidays. Listen, I'm online. Can I call you right back? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Another man want to make love. Jay Wilson. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing today? Jay Wilson on vacation. He got his glasses off the whole vacation, child. And the only reason he's taking his glasses off is because he's altered his face. It looks different, even taking the fat off. Because y'all going to jump to the conclusion that, well, he lost all that weight. That means he had a lot of skin in his face. No, it is not the truth. All you have the miracle of video. You can go back and you can see where he came off this mystery trip of his. The face was not affected. Now he has ropes of fat. This speaks to the situation with you, Jay Wilson. Who are you trying to impress exactly? Right? Are this for Mark? Because when you came back from your adventure and came back with lost all the damn weight in a couple of days or 3 weeks, when you immediately went on to Grinder trying to get trade. You see, when you have to be validated by other people, Jay Wilson, you being horny is only one part of it. You needing the validation for these people to tell you that you are still attractive. You have not lost it. You were the one who chose to be undercover and in the closet for your entire life. It was your decision to come out at 50 years old, right? And now you are so insecure about your appearance because you feel like now I've taken off the tonnage. I want to get back in the game. We don't know why Mark would be interested in someone so shallow and stupid that you now go and having injections in your face. But I believe that is the truth, Jay Wilson. So here's your challenge. Can you come and tell the truth? Have you had injections in your face? Right? Now, so far, you failed every challenge because every time I ask you to tell the truth about something, you turn your microphone all the way up and start screaming over my voice. So the question never gets answered, right? I'm going to tell you this. And what inspired me to make this video is because Rico posted a video this morning, of some woman who had all this shit pumped in her lips and all that. She only talking about, how does it look? Girl, you look like a monster. And I thought of Jay Wilson. Jay Wilson, don't get hooked on plastic surgery along with all of your other flaws and things, girl. Put your glasses on. You look like a fish and you can't see. Why are you walking around starving yourself blind, girl? Because you're trying to relive your youth. You blew it. You make fun of people because they go clubbing and things in their 20s and 30s. Well, that's what the Bible said. There's a time for everything. There's a time for everything, Jay Wilson, and your time has passed, girl. We don't know what kind of a freak you were in your 20s and 30s, child. If you weren't hanging out, you want to brag about that. Oh, you did drugs. Oh, you did. Oh, you were drinking. Oh, I don't drink. I don't. We're well aware that you don't do nothing, girl. Right? But you shouldn't be so obvious about your insecurity, Jay Wilson. When you coming on here, you're doing something to yourself physically every couple of weeks. Your face look a mess, girl. And I'm just suggesting, and not those ugly ass glasses you had on. They look like these. That looks terrible. Obviously, this is one of those 3-for-1 deals. Whatever. I'm just trying to help you. I love to be helpful. Mm-hmm. How you doing, Alfreda Gross? Mm-hmm. Sandra Mitchell. How y'all doing today? I hope you had a nice Christmas. Mm. I just be cooling with the view. Who is that? I just be cooling. How you doing? This whole season. Some people are off until New Year's. Be quiet, boy. Some people are off until New Year's. Of course, I'm off every day. Mm-hmm. His face looks bad, girl. How can you come back and your face is still intact after you had this massive weight loss? Even though you're starving yourself, we should have seen the difference in your face when you first took the weight off, because you haven't lost anything since then. It's basically the same damn thing. What you're trying to do is trying to tighten up some of that baggy skin as if somebody wants to look at it, girl. Just say I took the weight off, I was unhealthy and I'm healthier now, right? You trying to chisel that shit. Have y'all noticed how Jay Wilson will go and talk about what fabulous times he had on the holidays? Oh, his Thanksgiving dinner. Oh, the turkey was fabulous. Oh, the greens were fabulous. I put sugar in the greens. You get all this food he's talking about when he's preparing to eat, right? Same thing when he went back to Florida. All this food. But when he comes online, now he's just eating I'm just eating a little bit of yogurt. Ooh, this yogurt is good. Ooh, this yogurt is good. And he goes to the drive-thru. Just water, please. Just for the camera. Just water. I just want some water. He said, nigga, you got to come through the drive-thru to get water, girl. I'm just saying, be yourself, right? Enjoy your latter years, child. This is not the time for trying to get into a bathing suit, Jay Wilson. You waited too. Excuse me. Get it together, boy. Sit that bum right there. You waited too. It's too late for you. Whoa, you are now living like a fool. You look dumb. Anyway. Jay Wilson, can you come and admit? See, for me, if I wouldn't have had fillers in my face, I'm not I don't have all these secrets. I can just say, oh yeah, I got fillers in my face this week. I got an MRI, right? My dick wouldn't get hard when I met some boy, right? I can just talk about things. It's the freedom. I am free. You are so bound, Jay Wilson, right? So you looking better with your glass. That's a delusion. You are delusional, right? Put your glasses on. You can stop buying these little kids' clothes. You ain't got to go to the gym every day. I'm going to the gym. I'm on my way to the gym. Girl, nobody makes announcements about going to the gym. If they want to go to the gym, they just get up and go. Right? You're making a fool of yourself, Jay Wilson. You look horrible. And your eyes are spread apart. Your eyes are like a fish. They're on this side and this side, girl. And then you have those deep circles. I know when people are not believing me. I know I am not crazy. I know I am not crazy. Come on. We ain't doing that voice today. I can't handle it. Okay. Come on. Okay. Look at this owl here. Watch the fat as it moves. You see that? That band of fat coming out of that eye and that band of fat coming out of the other eye. Those are all new. And you see how wrinkly his eyes are? It looks like he might even have eyeshadow on or eye pencil. Does he have eye pencil on as well? But the mustache has been dyed for this trip. And maybe they teased him a lot in Florida, where he felt like he has to do all this for his relatives. Now, me, I would never even consider that my relatives are paying attention to my body. Why would that mean anything to me? I'm not fucking my relatives, girl. So I don't know what the family dynamic is there. Let's see her. Hi, Mrs. Red. Mm-hmm. TLCN3. Yeah, you look bad. Honey, that face is weathered. It's like old brown leather shoe. That's how his face look. So the glasses are just, they distract. You have all those flaws, particularly in your eyes. And what happens is when you have glasses on, you can't see how much space is between your eyes. Jay Wilson, your eyes are sitting over here, honey. right? They're horrible to look at, right? But it emphasizes all of your ridges. And then when you start putting that stuff in your face, girl, and you got pockets of fat across your face, and you think that looks good, that is what you call a delusion, Jay Wilson. You're delusional because you feel like you paid for this stuff and now you want to show it off, because you have to show off everything. Everything you do, if you go to the store and you buy some, I don't know what the fuck you buy your regular, you got to show off the groceries, girl. Everything you do is got to be shown, right? I'm just saying, let it go, baby. I think it's time to let it go. Let it go, baby. Let it go, girl. You're going to be one of them kind of sissies, Jay Wilson, that I see out there in the Castro walking around. You know, you can tell that they're in the 60s and 70s, child. And they just got a little bit of booty left, just a little bit, right? They got the hot pants on. Hot pants make them sure themselves. Now, they feel like they're looking good, right? Even when they go to the gym, they got all these damn veins showing and stuff. It's not a youthful body, right? But you can tell that they're suffering. They're destroying themselves trying to have a muscle type body, but it doesn't take away the wrinkles, Jay Wilson. So all the eyebrow pencils and all the makeup and all this Beijing you put in your face, girl, and all this starving yourself, none of that is going to change the fact that you're a 55-year-old dude. You're 55 years old. People are not looking for that, Jay Wilson. And why are you looking? You said you got a partner, right? So we're not trying to damn you to hell or anything. We're just saying what you're suffering through now is a midlife crisis. And perhaps since you have comments about other people, what they've shared about their mental health, perhaps there's a category for a mental life crisis where you can go to a therapist and talk this thing out before you start buying red sports cars, right? Or putting ridiculous wigs back on your head. Were you actually showing up in public with that wig on your head, girl? That what do you call it, man piece? Jay Wilson. We know you have to constantly be looking for jobs, right? We know that you have to depend on the degrees. We know you have to depend on that, right? Because you have no track record of successful working anywhere. There's nobody they can call up, right? And we also know that as a 55-year-old man looking for entry-level positions, you're trying to look young. And I'm just telling you from my heart, it ain't working. It ain't working. Put the glasses back on, baby. So I don't mind coming and helping you out and all those handfuls of pills you take. Who said that? Thank you, Tia Alfreda Gross. All those handfuls, and you're starving yourself, and you got appetite suppressants, and then you're yakking your mouth because you're high on these goddamn diet pills and all this stuff, girl. All this shit. For what? You still an old bitch. Right? Catty old queen. I don't know why people don't let you go into a back room somewhere. Maybe you only have one room. So you can talk your regular shit on YouTube. Because you really are not in any financial position to be trying to take a vacation, girl. You need to get your ass back to work. Right here. What up, brother? Hi, Lion Heart. The Lion Heart. I did quite a bit of writing on yesterday. I'm at chapter 8 now of my last book in the series, the Murder in the Beef Sector series, the last book. Now I'm in chapter 8. There's only going to be, I think, 14 chapters, something, 45,000 words. So I'm at about 26,000. Some of you guys stay on top of. You guys will want to write. Sandra Minjo, you can't stomach him. It's that voice and that slow ass talking, girl. Woo! He'll be back. He ain't got no choice but to be back. This is the first time Jay Wilson has had control over his employment, right? So he's over there giving people advice about how they can beg if they want to. It's their channel. Girl, we know how you feel about begging, honey. Even though you would deny that even. I don't beg. I never beg. They never seen me beg while he's begging. Girl. Come on back, Charleston Blue. I miss you, Jay Wilson. Bring your ass right on back. And I want to discuss these cheeks you have all of a sudden, honey. I ain't never known nobody grow different cheeks, girl, in a matter of weeks. I went back and saw the videos when you came back from your weight loss journey. I said, well, the cheeks were still the same. Now there's something totally different. They're ropes. They're ropes, right? You're giving them cookie teas. And then all of a sudden you want to take your glasses off. Put them back on, baby. Call it a loss. Let's hope that these fillers, it don't last. I think Botox doesn't last very long. Thank God he didn't put Botox in his lips, girl. Don't nobody want to kiss that, Jay Wilson. I'm sure you have to bribe Mark to kiss it. Okay. Let me close my eyes. Girl. That boy has to work real hard to mask his disgust. Detached eye bags fell into cheekbone. What? Detached eye bags fell into cheek Muppet lines. Wait a minute. Is that what happened? Something happened up here and it fell into the cheeks? Girl. No, they're like it's like a whole, it's like a line of fat on both sides, right? My experience has been that is fillers in the face. It's either Botox or some other kind of filler. A lot of times in the old days, few years back, 20 years back actually, a lot of gay people, when they got AIDS, when they switched over to AIDS and they were sick, one of the signs of it was they would lose their facial fat, right? And so they would still be relatively healthy, but you would see that they have I forget what you call it, whatever. The face would lose fat in their face, and they would have to get injections, facial fillers, because they were really sick. As far as that was one of the symptoms of the disease at that time. I don't think a lot of people have to do that anymore, but people do it. Old people do it all the time. They get fillers in their face. Mostly women do stuff like that. It's cosmetic type thing. But a lot of guys were doing it back 20 years ago. I don't know. I'm satisfied with just being who I am, honey. It ain't like I'm trying to sell it. I even give it away. Yeah, he's in a midlife crisis, going on there buying all the little monkey shirts, child. Oh, look at your shirt. Your shirt ain't good as my shirt. I think, girl, are you really on YouTube bragging about an $8 blouse? Trying to hold on. He looks very unhealthy. Whatever it is going on, there's something going on in your face, boy. I think you will get, if anything, get bigger glasses like Kim Burrell to cover up more of it, honey. But them little things you have, they've been like these, looks ridiculous. They're too big for your head. They're white. The girl, these buy 2, get 3 free. Trade don't want nothing but his money. And he say he tight with the money. He say, I ain't giving them nothing. I didn't pay nothing. I always pay. Right? He always talk about he don't pay for nothing. He don't give nobody nothing. What did you give Mark for Christmas this year, Jay Wilson? Come and share with us. Last year, you gave him this goddamn knockoff little Coach wallet. A wallet, girl. To put up with your ass for a whole goddamn 3 years, honey. That boy deserved a laptop, as I've said before. You should have at least got it at a minimum. Buy him a new sofa or something, child. You give somebody some $10 wallet. Oh, no, honey. You want to be an old man? Stealing people's youth? Now, I don't mind an older gentleman if they're taking care of business. You know what I mean? Taking care of business, baby. How can I help you, baby? You know. That car don't look that good. I don't want my baby riding around no trash like that. And buy him a car, girl. You're going to have to come up with another plan, Jay Wilson, if you think you're going to be on these sex sites and enticing people with these fake cheeks now and that ugly old face and them eyes. You remember Aunt Esther? Now, Aunt Esther, I didn't get it at the time, Aunt Esther. I admit it. I didn't understand what a fish-eyed fool was. But Jay Wilson, that's what you look like. A fish-eyed fool. Let it go, baby. What condition you gonna be? You say I'm 10 years older than you. I don't know. You're not weathering that well. But when you're what you gonna do then? Full facial? Shooting shit all in your forehead and stuff, girl? Nobody's impressed with that, Jay Wilson. And the employers, they're more concerned with what can you bring to our company. They're really not buying that you are younger. You don't look any younger. I don't wear glasses. He'll be bragging about that. I don't wear glasses. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I got my contacts in. For what? You've been wearing glasses your whole life. Lord have mercy. I'm so glad I got my own. I'm so glad that I can see. My life is a natural high. The man can't run no game on me. There's something kind of funny. How a fool will spend his money. He could have just as easily turned to dope. Well, one good thing is he said he don't drink, he don't do no drugs, he don't do no weed, he don't do nothing. Because it would definitely be out of hand, right? Because the alcohol would tell you that you look good, right? But you would have to stay drunk to keep up that illusion. And who in the hell in your family are you trying to impress? You really don't care about your damn face? Or maybe he competes with his brothers, he said. He said he got all these brothers. Curtis Mayfield, is he the one that did, I'm so glad I got my own? I'm so glad that I can see. My life, it'd be a natural high. So, sister, y'all see these people in here? These girls, 18, XYZ, these bots, these monsters. Let me go and get one of them out myself. I like to report them. It doesn't make no difference because they just automatically come in another name. But we can go ahead and report them. They got these nasty bots in here. Where is Jimmy Wilson, dog? He said, oh, it's with reliable people. Oh, they're very reliable. Oh, I've seen them with dogs. I know they're dog. Everything's got to be exaggerated. Everything got to be now you bragging about leaving the damn dog somewhere, girl. You just left a dog somewhere, Miss Thing. She bragging about that, child. Hi, Tracy. Tracy. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. What they've been talking about lately, child. I stayed out of all this talk about this suicide and all this kind of stuff, child. If you're having emotional issues, go and get yourself a therapist. There are ways you can get a free therapist and just talk it out. But on here, all that stuff ain't nothing but ammunition. People talk about you. You'll be 3 years from now, and they be talking about you gonna kill yourself. So if that's your situation, I ain't got no judgment about it. Get yourself some regular professional help. You ain't gonna get nothing from YouTube. Somebody else telling you they've been there, you should already know some people that've been there. Right? So that's not a conversation for me. Well, oh, he was on here today. What was he talking about? Dare I try to voice? No, I don't even want to hear that voice. I'm not in the mood for that voice, honey. I guess he over there trying to give Deanna Irving the blues. Deanna Irving the blues because Josh got something? Whatever. And he trying to make that a thing. Oh, I would never do this. But you do everything else, Jay Wilson. You keep trying to pick out the thing. I don't do this. I don't do. Girl, you do everything else, honey. It makes no sense to keep drawing attention to yourself, girl. We don't hear Miss Deanna over here begging all the goddamn time, girl. If you even hear her mention money, it's probably once or twice a year. You is 5 and 6 times per episode. People out here working mothers giving your old ass money. Child, please. Oh, I'm working. But take your ass to work, girl. Go ahead. What the hell's the problem? Squeenie got something. Squeenie always talking. I know a lot of people say, "Why don't y'all lock y'all dogs in the bed in the bathroom when you're online?" They want to be near us. That's what they're here for. They want to be near their daddy. So sometimes he gets to be too much. Like if it's time for people to get off work, I know. Okay, don't have the dog in here because every time somebody walk by the door, there you go. There you go. Right now it's raining. It looks like a ghost town still. A couple of days after Christmas. Merry Christmas, Streets. Everybody. Y'all off until New Year's? Did I see Tasha K video about R. Kelly? She has receipts that he's innocent. Now you know I'm gonna have to go over there and see what that's about. How the hell can he be innocent? He's accused, what, 30, 40 times? He's not just guilty for the ones he got caught with, those few cases, but apparently this has been a pattern he's had for years. Everybody knew that about R. Kelly. So we'll go and see what he's talking about. God before everything. How's Tasha K doing with that appeal? Focus up, Tasha. There's a possibility that she on appeal that she could get the amount lessened, or perhaps they could come to some kind of settlement so they don't have to go through the whole appeal process with her and Cardi B. I don't know. I think she antagonized the woman so much that she might not be in the mood to be settling shit. But sometimes they go on appeal and they get the amount drastically reduced. But they would have to because she ain't got no $4 million. I guess it's lifetime stuff is being refuted. Well, you can always refute stuff. You can say, I said in court that he called me at 3 o'clock, but we have evidence that he actually called you at 7 o'clock. Who remembers? I can't even remember what I did yesterday. But these people get in court and they got to remember shit that happened 2 years ago. Word for word. Last time R. Kelly was innocent was when he was a baby. The innocence of a child. Yep, he started derailing early on, it sounds like. Baby, y'all need to thank God that y'all ain't got no perversion in your spirit. You ain't interested in no children in that way. You don't have, that is a heavy burden to go through your whole goddamn life obsessed with something that you know is not only a crime, it is morally wrong. Right? That's big. Thank God. Thank God I'm not a drug addict. How about start there, honey? Thank God I can have a little Chablis with my dinner and not become a wino. There's so much stuff to be thanking him for. I guess people are going to be going over the year now. I guess if you're interested, you can go over and see all the best reads and all that kind of stuff. That would bring you a couple of videos. I don't know. I don't know if I had the energy. I guess the biggest news for last year would be, what was show? Was that last year or the year before? Yeah, that controlled the airways for quite a bit of time. One of the biggest things. But there have been several stories over here in the beef sector. His mama knew what he was, what he is. The whole family did. The whole city of Chicago knew what he was. It ain't like he was hiding it. Didn't he film it? Then he had all this. He had film after film after film of with these underage girls. How the hell are you gonna say you're innocent? Yes, they can find technicalities, honey. They can find stuff, inconsistencies. I don't know. Maybe y'all got the bad example because the people in the Bible, they writing about people who lived 80 years before they were born. Yet they know word for word what was said by Jesus Christ. Word for word. Hi, Bernice. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to everyone, honey. I hope your children was happy with their gifts and things. Have they started breaking them yet, the little ones? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I guess now the children don't want those damn toys. They want Game Boys and shit, and computers and iPhones. Bless your heart. Mm-hmm. If your children ask for bread, will ye give them a stone? So much more does your Father in heaven enjoy giving to you, or something like that. What he did to Aaliyah alone made him guilty. And it's all documented. Mm-hmm. Was Rico's cat Snowbella this year? Was Rico's cat Snowbella this year? Oh, that was a story, but I hope Rico was able to. Oh, what happened? Oh, shit. Are y'all still there? Hold on. Yeah, you are. I pushed some button and the damn thing went blank. Okay. Yeah, I hope he's able to have a pet at some point because he really seems to want one. Pets do make a difference. There are many times around San Francisco, you'll see homeless people with pets. And some people say, oh, how can you take care of a dog? You can't take care of yourself. But those dogs curl up with their master or their owner. And they're better behaved than this monster. They're off leash and all that kind of stuff. So they help them. They help people. Tell me that the kids want now is money. Oh, the children, you little rascals, you give them a 5. They say, oh, this for the whole year? I'm sorry, Soul Sister. Soul Sister number 1 show. The kids say, give me a cash. Give me a gift card. I'll buy my own. Mm-hmm. I'm so glad I got my own. And all these electronics that are available now. And all these games and all this stuff. That stuff got to be expensive. No, I don't know damn Tonka truck. What am I gonna do with that? I want one of them ones you sit in and ride, mama. Everybody they got the little Mercedes Benz and the little Rolls Royces. And I guess the 6-year-old gets in there. I said, that car looks damn near real, honey. Mm-hmm. You got to give them hundreds of dollars. Woo! Mm-hmm. I guess hundreds of dollars is not what it used to be. Hey, Sweeney, would you please shut up? Thank you so much. Merry Christmas. Shut the hell up. $100 ain't shit no more. It seems like every time I go in the goddamn store, excuse my language. Every time I go out in the store, it seems like it's $100 or damn near. I said, boy, I planned on coming in the store to spend $25. And that used to be enough. Just get the essentials, get your milk, get your bread, and whatever your thing you need. You come out here as $100 damn, child. Sometimes I'll be looking at the counter. I say, what? So money has changed. I just don't understand money anymore, right? Used to be you buy a house, a house $100,000 was a nice house in the suburbs. Now you couldn't buy a garage for that, child. Even in the Midwest and all over the country, child, you still got to pay $300,000 and $400,000 for a decent house. A pack of bacon. Ooh, all that money for a pack of bacon, baby. And my dog, he eats only chicken, right? So how they get you is they'll be out of the kind that you get the value pack. Then you got to pay the regular price. I paid something like $16 for a chicken for the dog. Because all they had was the skinless. They ran out of the other ones, so they say. Those stores, they're in the business of getting your money, right? So everything costs more now. I eat a lot of, although I'm kind of getting, I'm burnt out on Marie calendars, which means I'm eating out more. So, that's a big expense. But Marie calendars, it's $5 a piece. I used to get them for $2.50. $5. Ain't no sale. Mm-mm. Yeah, every time I go in there, it's $100, $75 for nothing. We had dinner at me and my nephew had dinner at the Cheesecake Factory. No, we know that's not a big deal, right? But just for two people, and the food wasn't even good. I just had a plain old hamburger. I could have got that at McDonald's. But it was $75 for two people. But the Cheesecake Factory is known for being a little upscale-ish kind of thing. It's up above the city. You can look around and all that. But the next day, I went to a restaurant. I went with Gamish, one of the moderators here. And we went to, the only place that was open was Denny's. Now, this is supposed to be the Christmas dinner, right? Ordinarily, you would get something nice, but the only thing we could find open was Denny's, right? We had Denny's. I had breakfast food. I think he had some kind of little server plate. Those things where they scrambles. $75 we paid there as well. Or he paid there as well. $75 at Denny's? Now, I can understand it if you're feeding a family of 6 or something in there. That's what they kind of specialize in. There were a lot of families in there. And so I don't know what the hell their bills would be. I can't even, honey, I used to go to Denny's for a $6.99 special, $5.99. Girl. So $100, it ain't what it used to be, baby. Mm-mm. It used to be a millionaire was somebody important, honey. A millionaire, that ain't shit. If you own a house, girl, it's paid for, you're a millionaire. Mm-mm. Now you got to be a billionaire to impress somebody. The millionaire and his wife are here on Gilligan. Dun, 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 dun. Bacon in New York City is $8. Too damn high. Ooh. First, the rent was too damn high in New York. Now the damn bacon is too damn high. When you add all that shit up, every item is too damn high. Girl, no wonder it's $100. And then you get home and you say, well, goddamn, it's just not even a meal here. I mean, I got my cleaning supplies. I got the basic kind of stuff from cereal and shit. Ain't nothing here. And I spent $100. So we feel for you people who are raising kids, families. Wait a minute. Oh, there's Gambage Carter right there. It was a Sizzler. Am I lying about $75 for Denny's Gambage Carter? He's in the chat. Just because it was downtown SF in the financial. Oh, that's why? It was a Sizzler plate just because it was downtown SF in the financial district. Child, I thought the whole point of having a chain of something where they're supposed to be the same. The food is supposed to be the same. The service is supposed to be the same. And the price is supposed to be the same. Gammons doesn't agree. He thinks it'd be cheaper somewhere else. In the ghetto, then we all gonna cry. There's one thing that we don't need. All these little hungry mouths to feed. God before ain't no way I could spend $75 at Denny's for two people. God before everything, the guy I was with, he can verify I'm not lying. Gamish Carter, he says it was because it was in the financial district. That's where we went to. Nothing else was open. Did they jack up the prices because it was a holiday? And they know that because that, frankly, when you go into Denny's, ain't hardly nobody in there whenever I pass it. But because nothing else was open, it was packed. Ain't no way. Well, fortunately, I didn't have to kick it out of my ass. God before everything. Thank you, Gamby. It was a treat. But you would think $20 a person would cover anything at Denny's. Nope. Yeah, he did use the senior discount. Senior discount. Oh, I can't use it. I guess I don't go out enough to do that. I go to places that are usually take out fast food, but I guess you could use the senior discount. It never occurred to me. I'm certainly qualified. Ain't no way. Soul Sister say, hell no. Gavin Carter says it's definitely cheaper in Oakland because it's a standalone building they own. Okay, keep making excuses, Gabby. Trust I use the senior discount. All right. Well, we just glad that you treated us, Jake. That would have broke my ass, honey. You ever been in a restaurant and you thought the bill was gonna be a certain thing, and then when they bring the check, you're like, because you know you ain't got that much money in your account or your wallet, honey. Am I gonna have to wash dishes or what, girl? Even the cheap places are expensive now. McDonald's, should you get a cheeseburger? You get the cheeseburger plate with the fries and a soda, and that's damn near $20. Shit. If you get the big one. Hi, Heartstring. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's. Get the OTC. Is that the senior people? I'm sure you qualify. You're right. I am qualified for everything, honey. I'll be 65 in, well, I still got 4 months. 4 months. Although I've been a senior for a long time, honey. Yeah. Yep. Get the skillet out. It's a good old smash burger. I go. You talking about the restaurant called Smash Burger? Or you talking about making a smash burger? Get the skillet out. I don't trust my. I guess I could try to cook. I just never have. When our church was over here in San Francisco, I used to have dinner parties here, get-togethers every Sunday, and mostly people would come over here. They would cook usually, or we could get something, take out, order something to be delivered. But now, since we moved over to Oakland, I don't know that many people over here. They be cooking at home. And then if I did cook something, I don't want to eat the same shit over and over again. Right? So I should. I mean, I ain't got nothing else to do. I could learn how to cook. They got every kind of tutorial imaginable on food on YouTube. Just put your dish in. Carter, you say, remember I told you downtown Carl's, I paid $25 for an Angus burger combo. I bet you never did that again. He said, never went back again. All you got to do is show me who you are the first time. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Make your own. Yeah. Well, most women, I think, they cook. They usually cook it. Even if they don't have children, they just cook. They cook under it. Mamas don't know how to cook. I just never learned how to do it. Right? I'm so insecure. I said, well, I can make something like nachos or do something like that. But I said, then I got to buy all the ingredients and got to whip it up. Hopefully I don't burn the steak up if I get a steak. I don't know. It may just be laziness. I don't know. Although the prices of food, I don't know how you coming up any better. I made the last dish I made was spaghetti, right? It had sausage and hamburger in it. The ingredients to make the spaghetti was $35 just for me. And that didn't even include the onions. Now, if God sent me a husband or something, then maybe I'll take time to cook. My partner used to do all the cooking and all the cleaning. I was blessed. He liked to do that. So it ain't happened again since. You make your own pizzas, cakes, all kinds of dishes from scratch. Ooh, thanks to YouTube. Okay, Bernice, I hear you. Now I make my own pizzas, cakes, and all kinds of dishes from scratch, thanks to YouTube. Mm-hmm. When I used to do Thanksgiving every year, I go on YouTube to see how to make the turkey and how to make the ham. They would even give you that basic information. I cook, Gamage Carter, just was lazy lately. All that overtime. Mm-hmm. Well, if you're a single person, single people, do they cook just for themselves? Now I know some people, they just cook, period. Whatever they do, they cook. They can't imagine wasting money on restaurants. Particularly with some of these restaurants, it's not even good food. You got to find you some favorite spots. Y'all in a sad state. You got to start cooking for yourselves. You'll save so much. Will you? By the time you get all your ingredients, if you're one person, Gamage said he cooks the whole meal and then just take out whatever he's going to eat for that day and then freeze the rest of it so you can have it next week. That's an idea. Some dishes you do like that. Jimmy Wilson is looking for a husband to cook for. Child, them pills are starting to wear off. All of them appetite suppressants. Every time you hear him or see him on there, he eating something, child. Look, it's just yogurt. I'm eating the yogurt. He ain't showed us about the fat back, all them leftovers. He ain't told us about that, child. I just had a small salad. Oh, can I have a water, please? Camera on him. Can I have a water, please? Mm-hmm. You cook just for yourself, soul sister? But I cook enough for days. Okay. Yeah, you could do that. I don't know what I would cook. I have no idea. I should just do it just for experiment. See. If I have somebody over or something, I wouldn't mind doing it. Going out to dinner gets tired. Sometimes you need some home cooked meal. It's the truth. I understand. Maybe I got to switch back over to the other side and get me a wife so you can cook, rub my head, make me feel good. You can do it, baby. You can do it. Get back out there. Dinner on the table and all that old foolishness, child. Get yourself a pressure cooker. Gammy said he was going to buy me one of them, what do you call it? An air fryer for Christmas. But he said, no, I don't think he'll use it. And he's correct. I have all the machines, all the good pots and pans. I got all the cooking stuff. So it has the appearance in my kitchen that I cook, but it is a lie. Just like I got all these books in here, right? I haven't read none of them. I just like the way it looks. So yeah, all the machines eventually get put in the cabinet, never used. I'll use my toaster every once in a while. Husbands cook better. Okay. Some men are cooks. They say they make great chefs. You go to the fine restaurants, it switches over from women cook every day, but these big time chefs are generally speaking men, I think. So men cook. They cook because they like cooking. It's also a masculine thing about this barbecue, how they make their barbecue. Mm-hmm. You gotta like what you're doing. So the thing is, you have to like what you're doing, but you're not going to find out what you like unless you do it, right? I might start cooking something, get a recipe, and say, "Oh, I did this good. I'm gonna do it again. Let's do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Let's do it in the morning. Filling your sweet face." Mm-hmm. I get motivated by these old songs. Wait a minute. Is this some tea, beautiful alien? Beautiful alien, right? Allen, beautiful Allen. Now, you know Jay Wilson was not in Florida seeing his father. I don't know who he think he fooling. His father don't have nothing to do with him. I'm sorry. I didn't know, girl. He said he visited them. He said he visited family and friends. I said, Jay Wilson, stop lying, nigga. You ain't got no friends, girl. Ain't no friends on YouTube. Ain't no friends on YouTube. Also, ain't no friends in Florida. Ain't no friends in Florida. Hell no, nigga. They tormented your ass in Florida. Ain't nobody trying to see you, Jay Wilson. You're not a friendly person, right? So, was he supposed to be at his daddy's house, or he just driving by? Jay Wilson needs to settle down and go and get his ass a job, right? Stop talking about it and dreaming about it, girl, and go and actually get one. Focus like a laser on getting your ass a job. Especially if you want to be bragging about having a job, girl. It doesn't make any sense to be bragging about it or talking about it when you ain't got none. Tell me you ain't got no job. Before Tracy called him, he had came on with a suit and tie and everything. Acting like he was going to work in the morning. I guess he made his video, then took all that shit off. Silly. He said Lyric is at the babysitter. He went on to brag about how good the babysitter was with dogs. You ain't got to be good, honey. Pat him on his head, girl. Give him a sandwich. I mean, a little doggy treat. We call them sandwiches here. Mm-hmm. He better get to it. If you 55 years old, he say 52, but I just don't see him telling the truth about his age. He lies about everything, child. But he needs to get to it. You still trying to start your career? I think you better step on the gas, honey. Sitting here talking about how you have options. I have options. Well, you need to use those options, right? You bragging about 401ks, nigga. You've been living on 401ks for the last 5 years. It sounds like you bought a house with a 401k, right? You immediately got fired from that job, and you went and were in financial crisis when you came to YouTube. You over here crying about, oh, I got an interview. I'm gonna work for Greyhound. I'm gonna work. I guess 2 jobs were on the table: Greyhound or Pose. Or what do you call it? Greyhound or whatever. Prep. So he took the job with Prep because he knew he could rip them off because the Prep job didn't require you to go into an office. So he set up on YouTube making videos all day, and it was 4 and 5 videos a day, child. And the Prep people caught on that he wasn't actually doing anything for him, but he was charging them as if he was working full time, and they fired him. He's been getting fired all his life. That's why he talks about constantly about getting jobs. Well, most people your age, Jay Wilson, are not long talking about getting jobs because it's been years since they had to go out and get jobs. They didn't, baby, calm down. Doesn't matter. Baby, they get ready to get off their job now with a real 401k, right? I got all the distractions in the world. The Holy Ghost is telling me it's time to click off, Timothy. He's never worked anywhere long enough to have a decent 401k. Of course not. I imagine if he mixed them all together, but Jay Wilson ain't never had no money. Child, in order to buy a house, to have a down payment for a house, he emptied the goddamn thing. And then he just came on here bragging about it, but he emptied it out then. Then he hit financial phone. Would you have mercy? Y'all still got home phones? Mm-mm. I only had 2 people who had this home phone number, right? But sometimes those telemarketers will get through. I don't know why I don't get rid of it because most people don't just use their cell phone now. But cell phones, sometimes the reception ain't good, or sometimes the battery runs low. At least with a home phone, you can hear the people. They can hear you. You have a speaker on there and all that kind of stuff. So I keep a home phone as well. Right. Beautiful, Ayla. You don't feel that, Jay Wilson. Uh-huh. Who eats yogurt and drink coffee at the same time? All in the camera. I'm eating this yogurt. I'm eating this. No, nigga. Show us that damn skillet. Show us the rest of the table, girl. With all the eggs and English muffins and things. All that meat on there, child. You see, them diet pills, the appetite suppressant is not going to last forever. If initially it will kill your appetite, and then you'll switch to something else. Come over here. Come over here. You're having a hard time. Come over here. You in the struggle. Get it, bum over here. Get over here and sit on your dad. Say happy holidays. Happy holidays, people. Happy holidays. I'm sitting on my dad. Oh, your face crooked? Let me see. It's time for this baby gonna get another haircut. These children is expensive, honey. Stay there and be quiet. You have to stay employed long enough to be invested in a 401k. Don't they take the 401k and invest the money for you and all that, child? I was watching some stuff on YouTube, and a 401k is not what you present. If you are a person who started your job 20, 30 years ago, and you have been consistently putting money into your 401k, then at some point you will have a nice chunk of money, right? When you're ready to retire, usually they penalize you for taking it out of it. I'm just guessing, right? But if you've been dipping and dabbing in and out of jobs, you're not consistently putting money into that thing, right? You're constantly starting over. Can I sign up for the 401k? Can you get 2 weeks in first, Jay Wilson? Right? He ain't got no money put away nowhere, child. And when he talking about he going on a trip, that's good. Try to take more money out the 401k. I don't think there's very much in there. Because when he talk about he worked for the airlines, nigga, that was in your 20s. You've been snacking on that shit, honey, since then. You ain't got nothing put away. All these little bitty ass jobs, 3 months here, 4 months there. That ain't, you don't put no money in no 401. You ain't even got it set up, girl. Living your life in a fool's paradise. Stop lying so damn much. Nobody gives a fuck. I mean, nobody cares about your personal finance. I ain't telling people shit. I didn't know you was on a fixed income. I didn't know you was on a. Barack Obama is on a fixed income. He doesn't even understand what a fixed income is. I mean, I ain't got to worry about it, girl. Okay. Fixed means I don't have to worry about it. And ain't nothing you can do about it. Ho. Better hope you have some kind of help, because you're gonna need it. Jay Wilson. We still don't have the proper answer to why you was at the mall with a little kid's shirt and tie on first thing when they opened, girl. Right? Is that what kind of jobs you're applying for now? You never told the people you were working for a temp agency. You had to be caught. We heard live online that you work for a temp agency. You never mentioned it. How you talking about job you working constantly, girl, and you never mentioned that you were working for a temp agency. Not one time. You told us you were making damn near $200,000 a year in a temp agency for something like a chaplain, girl. And when I gave you the quote and said, well, chaplain only makes $27,000 a year, baby, that was for a full-time chaplain. You couldn't even say that, Jay Wilson. Part-time. Yeah, I'm going to the gym. No, nigga, go to work. I'm walking lyric. Girl, you're walking the lyric for 2 hours in the morning, child. You say you're going to the gym. I'm trying to figure out when the hell do you work? If work is a big deal. I ain't never been no big fan of working, honey. I tell you the truth. Not for other people. If I'm getting my own money, that is much more preferable to me than working for somebody else, child. I ain't got no problem with everybody else work. Most people work somewhere doing something, whatever. But he baby, be quiet. Jay Wilson's only chance of success would have been able to own something because he can't keep a job. It may be that, listen, I just don't work well working for other people. A lot of people feel that way. My sister has she's a beautician, but she's had her own business since she was 19 years old. Right? I don't think she's ever had a job. She's always done a whole hell of a lot better than me. I tell you that. And most people that I know, they do well, but they do well as working for themselves. Mm-hmm. You see. Let me see. He looks like a bobblehead now. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Listen, next time y'all look at Jay Wilson's face, if you want to look at the old video, you can look at the current one. You'll see he has ropes of face, a roll of fat right here on both sides, like this. It is new. He thinks it's beautiful. Therefore, he has taken off his glasses and trying to wear contacts, right? He thinks it's beautiful, just like Michael Jackson felt like he was beautiful with all those damn surgeries, right? Michael Jackson was beautiful in The Wall. How does that song go? So tonight, gonna leave that 95 up on the shelf. 9 to 5. Come on and groove. I wanna shake your hand. Let the Midas in the music get to you. Life ain't so bad at all. Oh, wanna live. He was beautiful then when he made that video. I think it won several Grammys. But the point is, he couldn't stop. He got hooked on plastic surgery. It was never right. He kept doing it, until eventually this multi-millionaire, his nose fell off. Mm-hmm. He was a very handsome black man as a young person, sexy and everything. But he just got, I guess he got so much money. He started doing plastic surgery and he got hooked on it. Like you can get hooked on that. You can get hooked on a lot of shit. You go to Las Vegas, you never been there before. You get excited. You go to Las Vegas and you win $5,000. Guess what? And the Vegas people know this. You're gonna spend the rest of your life chasing that 5,000, right? Because you hit it once. You can get hooked on anything. And his afro made him even more beautiful. At one point, Michael Jackson was the biggest star in the world. Couldn't stop. Sad story. All the way around. Sad story with Michael. Well, not for the first 50 years of his life. 40-something years of his life. Billie Jean, she's not my love. She's just a girl. Thinks that I am the one. Slow dancing on the floor in the round, baby. But we just having some fun. But the kid is not my son. Hold me tight. Woo. 40 days and for 40 nights, I was on the scene. Her schemes and plans. Only Michael Jackson make a song about avoiding responsibilities. He said, the kid is not my son. You better pay that goddamn child support. A lot of people singing that song, honey. The kid is not my son. Became a major hit. Yep, you couldn't get any bigger than Michael Jackson right before the first scandal. I said, well, how could he be any bigger? They had whole country to make him look like he was the king and all this stuff. Liz Taylor was bad for him. I think plastic surgery was bad for him. And I would, and of course, all those scandals were extremely bad for him. And then he tried to make a comeback. I guess it takes a lot of energy to be Michael Jackson. And he couldn't sleep. Sad. Prince gone behind drugs. Michael gone behind drugs. A lot of rock stars gone behind drugs. There is no other like him. It's the truth. Mm-hmm. He was bad. He bad. Come on. And the whole world. Diana Ross was chasing Michael. Didn't that Motown present her as discovering him? Yeah, they were good friends in the beginning. She presented him as her discovery. Diana Ross was huge. You know, you can't be huge forever, honey. What goes up comes down. Michael got derailed with all those scandals. Oh, he started all that ish after Liz Taylor. The surgeries, Elephant Man, all of it. Okay. I don't know. I don't remember. Michael Jackson and James Brown. If you look at the old James Brown's moves, you'll see that he was doing the exact same dances that Michael was. Well, Michael always gave him credit. That's where he got some of his early dances. But the moonwalk, James Brown was doing that already. And some of his other moves, that wiggling of the feet and all that shit. Legendary. Now, that's what you call a real legend. Because people don't forgot about the scandals now. And all they got left is the music, honey. The music. Separate from the entertainer. Okay. Motown discovered Michael, but Quincy Jones took him to a whole new level. I thought they had a talent contest in a school or something in Gary, Indiana. And Diana Ross showed up there. At least that's the story. You know, they create a story, a backstory. And she saw him, and then she presented him to Motown. Now, when Quincy Jones got involved, of course, he became the major producer there. Every time you hold your dog, make me want one. Oh, they're so wonderful. Look at that face. It's the face that gets me. Look at that face. How could you not love a face like that? What you doing, boy? What you doing? What you doing? I can't help it. I'm just cute. I'm just cute. People be in cars looking out the window. Look at him. Gladys Knight discovered the Jacksons. I never heard that one before. From what I remember the first time I heard of Jackson was ABC. He was 9 years old and I was 9 years old. We were almost the exact same age. And the running story then was Diana Ross, Motown. Yeah, I guess Diana Ross still performs, you know, but she's got to be what, in the late 70s or something. She got to be 70 years old. Hell, I'm 65. She was a grown woman when I watched her. Mm-hmm. Quincy Jones produced Thriller, but Thriller was a whole lifetime after they started, though. They were already stars as kids. They were major stars of the Jackson 5 when he was 9 years old, right? I don't know why I love you. I just love you, baby, 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 baby. Yeah. I can't stop crying. Can't you see? Here I'm begging on my knees, up on my knees. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Won't you help me? Help me, please. Cause I love you, love you, love you, love you. Ooh, don't know, baby. I don't know. You don't know. We don't know nothing about it. Gladys is one who told Barry to check the Jacksons out. Well, so Gladys' story was before we even got introduced to him, but I always heard the Diana Ross story. That's how he came out. They presented him as them as a Diana Ross discovery. She's the one that flew to Gary, Indiana to hear them in a talent show. Mm-hmm. Diana Ross is 78. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's a legend as well. They don't talk about her very much, but Diana Ross was a legend. She was huge back in the day. Her thing changed when she decided to marry that wealthy man and move away right in the height of her career. Shit, I mean, he was like, I think he was a billionaire or something like that. Same thing happened with Tina. These people, they married these billionaires, these Middle Eastern billionaires. And then basically that was the end of her career. She went away, and when she came back, it was gone. She had missed her moment. But she was huge. Right now on YouTube, if you're interested, you can see they're playing Mahogany. Now remember that? Billie Dee Williams and Diana Ross? She could have been a great actress too. She didn't do that many movies, but I mean, she was a fantastic actress, particularly in Lady Sings the Blues and Mahogany. She did another one. I think it was called Platinum, Double Platinum, or something like that. I don't know. Ease on Down the Road, The Wiz. Diana should never have married that billionaire. She was so different afterwards. Yeah, it seemed like it was over after she left. She was gone for several years. From what I remember the story, that when he divorced her, she heard about it on the radio. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I'll watch Mahogany today. It was pretty good. You thought Daddy Joe Jackson did well? He can't discover his own kids. Yeah, he's the one that created the Jackson 5. He's the one that rehearsed them, but all that started with the family before they even appeared anywhere. Yeah, Joe Jackson is painted as a tyrant, and maybe he was a tyrant, but you can't say that he wasn't the one who created the Jackson 5 with his sons. He's the one that had them out in the garage rehearsing. Billie Dee Williams told her, success is nothing without someone to share it with. And that old motherfucker that she married, it was a similar story. In the movie Mahogany, she went over to Europe. She was a big model, Tracy. She was a big, successful model, and she ran into this, I don't know if it was a millionaire, billionaire, whatever, this rich guy, and she married him, right? He was nice at first. And then on their honeymoon, she went to kiss her new husband, and he said, "Get on the ground and crawl, you dirty black bitch." I'm not making it up. Those are his words and not mine, right? That was a memorable. In fact, when they're advertising on here, that's what they're showing in the thumbnail. Her and her wealthy man who turned out to be an asshole. Her true love was Billie Dee Williams. The guy she was just a fetish for him. Diana loves weed. She likes weed. Woodrow is in my bushes. Beautiful alien, you got about sick of him, huh? So I've been talking about that fool for, what is it, years. He been here about 3 years. I think I was here about a year before her. But I've been talking about that thing for 3 or 4 years, John. Can't let it go. It's like Wiley and Armand Wiggins. I said, he been in your title, girl, for 10 years. Anyway, people, I got to get out of here. Y'all have a wonderful Christmas season. And we'll be coming back and talking to you soon. Okay? Have a Merry Christmas. Now it's done. Let's have a wonderful New Year. Hope the best is yet to come. Later, people.